Now, a lot of people think a podcast, it's sort of an audio experience. What would the excitement be of listening to people eat pizza? Let me tell you something. No one enjoys a freshly cooked homemade pie like I do. You're going to hear me have maximum orgasmic.
Oh, come on.
No, you ruined it. You were setting the whole tone of it.
I don't want to eat gooey
and
cheese
then you
pizza
ruined
when you talk
it.
like
What
that.
I mean by orgasmic is not in the crude way that you guys thought. What I'm talking about is you're going to hear me at my heightened sense of food glory. I'm going to be tasting this pizza because I love a good pizza. Actually is my favorite food. If you had asked me, 20, 30 years ago, I'd say, when I check out of this life, if they said, you've got 10 minutes left, what do you want? I would say a really good margarita pizza and a glass of red wine.
Good, because you're going tonight.
Oh, well, guess what? I'm okay. I've had a good one. But I would say, so this is, I think, a good audio experience for people. You're going to hear me really chewing, swallowing, and you're going to hear my digestive juices at work.
Ew.
God.
Well, listen, but it's a symphony. I've been told by friends and intimates that when I digest, put your old ear up to the belly.
Ew.
And it's
Conan.
like listening to Mozart. And that's what you're going to hear tonight. You're going to hear a man digesting food that he really truly loves. And I think a podcast has never been used in a better way than tonight.
What is the opposite of erotic? I feel like you just sterilized me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, you're welcome, because
You're a defluffer.
I'm a defluffer. Yeah.
If they need a...
You know what happens when someone takes like way too much Viagra and it won't go away?
Yeah.
They rush me in. I'm flown in from around the world. And what I do is I describe to them the sounds of my digestive juices, and immediately their problem is gone. They're no longer a towel rack. Everything is taken care of.
Towel rack.
No, suddenly it's all taken care of. And that is the service that I provide. Flown around the world.
Well,
Anyway, here we are, and it is...
They fly you?
Oh, they fly me in.
You could just call them.
You know what? I hadn't thought of that. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
You know what? That's not on me. That's not on them. They always provide a Learjet. And the carbon footprint is disgusting. And you know what? Now that you bring it up, I'm going to talk to them.
Okay, good.
Because... I went to, the last one I did was in Abu Dhabi. They flew me in. Some very wealthy person in Abu Dhabi had accidentally, he thought they were jelly beans, and it was Viagra. Anyway, this guy could drill through solid slate. And they were actually using him to try and find more oil. That's a true story. They said, before Conan gets here, we might as well use him. He hit 7 gushers.
Oh.
Yeah, and 6 of them were oil. Anyway, the point is...
6 of them were oil.
It's, Listen, the point is that I'm going to have a wonderful time tonight because I do love me a pizza.
Well, let's talk about that. We were able to order our ideal pizzas. So, Conan, why don't you tell us what your toppings are?
I'm going to take a cue from someone some of you may know named Jordan Schlansky. I've done many, many, many remotes with him. He's a famous irritant in my life, but on some things he's correct. And he said one thing to me. Of the 10,000 things he said to me, there was one thing that stuck to me as true, which is the true test of a pizza is that it should be a margarita pizza. Very simple, no toppings, because that's how you can really determine if it's got
Yeah.
I'm fine. I just had some Novocaine injected into my face, but just before I had the rum. That's how you can determine if it's a really good pizza. So I'm a purist.
Ugh.
I like just a margarita pizza. If it's got too much stuff on it, I get distracted and my various intestinal juices are thrown off course. Gourley, how about you?
I like mushrooms and just a dash of your intestinal juice.
Yeah, You realize a mushroom is a fungus that's found in the forest. What? Do you really like a mushroom on your pizza?
I don't like mushroom on anything but pizza and pasta. But cheese is basically a fermented, curdled milk.
I'm fine with that. I don't care.
Okay.
Don't talk to me. Don't Don't diss my cheese.
I mean, he's just taking your logic and applying it back to
Thank you,
you
Sona.
and what you like.
I can't even hear you, Sona. My headset. When you speak, it doesn't work.
What? That's weird.
I know. I don't understand.
How are you responding to her?
I know. How are you? You just responded to what I said.
Well, I'm responding to your hand signals.
Oh.
But anyway.
You just responded directly to my question.
Damn it. This goddamn headset is so sexist. Goddamn sexist.
It's the headset.
It's these sexist headsets that we get. Sona, if you want to communicate, please. Please use some other form because this isn't coming through.
Oh, okay.
No, but in all honesty,
what?
Thank you for being
What were
honest.
you going to say? In all honesty, what
bare
was it?
confessional are you
What
about
happened?
to do?
In all honesty, what,
Yeah,
please?
lay it bare.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's just too much bullshit tonight. I don't know. I'm just saying that I like to be a purist about things. And so mushrooms.
I wasn't
And
finished.
I don't want to diss the mushroom community because I know there are a lot of people. And my wife.
It's the mushroom community.
Listen,
Brave stance.
You don't want to get
Brave
canceled.
stance, yeah.
Hey, listen.
By the mushroom people.
we live in a volatile time where the country is divided.
Don't
between,
upset Mario and Luigi, man.
The country is divided between mushroom and non-mushroom. And
There's mushrooms in the game, Sona.
Oh, that makes sense.
so I'm not I don't love a mushroom. I have to say, you know what a lot of it is? I love the flavor of mushroom. It's the texture.
Yeah, I'm not a huge texture guy, but
It's a
when
little
you get-
slippery.
But when you get the cheese in there, and I like also, I got tomato chunks and basil.
Oh, good.
And so I think when you mix that in, you'll find you've got a happy.
My brother Neil makes me crazy because he calls it basil.
Why does he do that?
Just to annoy
the
me.
British
But he'll
name?
No, exactly. And he says things like, "Are you going to have some basil with that?" And I'll say, "It's basil." And he'll go, "It's basil."
No.
And he's wrong.
How do you know he's wrong?
He's wrong.
He's wrong.
Okay.
Trust me.
But he might be right. We might all be pronouncing basil wrong. He might be right with basil. So thanks, Neil.
Why are you such a devil's advocate for basil?
I don't know. I just think that you're just shitting on your brother right now, and he's
love
not
my
even here
brother.
to defend himself.
Hey, listen.
I like Neil.
I'll go further. I love Neil, but
I'll go
it's
further. I'm
basil.
sexually attracted to Neil.
Well, look. Cheers, Neil. You seem to have won the evening. He's listening right now on a curved top radio. He's an antique radio collector. Anyway, yeah, I've just got I'm a little phobic about mushrooms, but I respect it. It's not my thing.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, point taken.
So you've got mushroom. What else?
Little tomato chunks and basil. Excuse me, basil. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And it's tomato chunks. Here we go.
Yeah.
And what do you got, Sona?
I got pepperoni. I got olives. I got mushroom. And that's it.
Boy, we are an adventurous group.
I thought you were going to keep going.
I know, I did too. I thought I had more
I
in
thought
me.
you were going to.
Yeah.
I got hummus.
Why is it always hummus?
You love hummus.
Why do you always bring up hummus?
Do you love
though?
hummus? Do you love
I
hummus?
do, but who eats it on a pizza? What's wrong with you?
Admit it for a second.
No, you can't admit you like hummus. You could say it to anybody. Every time you talk about food I like, you bring up hummus, and I don't know why you do that.
Because you call it hummus, first of all, and you
I don't
devour
call it hummus.
You do.
I call it hummus. Which
Wait,
is what
what's that?
It's hummus. It's
Hummus. It's hummus.
Hummus.
Yeah, I just pronounce it less white than you do.
Oh.
Okay, man, it's getting intense around here.
You're the one who's like all up on the mushrooms.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got mushrooms on mine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like you're coming from a place that's very
Mushroom
judgy.
kids unite.
Yeah.
I got a little Judge Reinhold going, and I got to take it easy.
Yeah.
You got to bring up Judge Reinhold.
Why
Because
don't you?
that's a reference that makes the kids go crazy. Kids are all like, "Oh right, Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, and 3,"
Yeah.
and they go nuts.
Fast Times.
Oh man, Fast Times. Don't get me started.
Yeah, the one with Fred Savage where they swap bodies.
Wait, what?
What?
The body swap movie with Fred Savage and Judge
You
Reinhold.
know how many body swap
lot.
movies have there been? There've been at least 15.
My wife and I considered a podcast run called Potty Swap where we covered them all.
And then what happened? One of you sobered up?
Both of us immediately went, that's a horrible idea.
Do you realize child services would come and take your daughter away from you? We're going to do potty swap. It's all about we on, knock, knock, knock. Is your daughter here? Yeah, she's over there. We're going to do potty swap. Where's she going? Oh, God. Oh, well. Time to record.
Pepperoni, olive, mushroom.
You've told us.
Yeah, we got
hummus.
it.
Okay.
Oh, there is hummus?
Oh, you
There
said
is
hummus.
hummus, yeah.
Wait, seriously?
I knew it.
Is there really hummus on there?
There really
Hummus.
is hummus on there.
You
No,
gotta-
there isn't hummus.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Sona,
Come on.
admit, you know the way they can inject cheese into the crust in some pizzas?
Don't say it.
No, I'm going to. Admit, just think for a second, if
No.
they could put a delicious hummus into the crust, would you like to try that?
No, I would not. That
Why?
sounds disgusting.
It doesn't.
It does.
But
Hummus is
pizza
great.
crust is like pita bread.
Exactly.
Would you guys do it?
Yes, because it's basically bread with pita.
Okay.
I'm sorry, bread with hummus.
If we're gonna eat it, can you guys put hummus in their crusts?
They've
Can you
all
ask
left.
them?
Everyone's
Oh yeah,
gone.
Does someone here? I'm sorry, I'm just assuming someone here has a hypodermic needle filled with hummus. What are you talking about? Can someone on the fly inject hummus into the pizza crust? What? No. What kind of shit show is this? I thought you people were professionals.
You owe me an apology.
You know I love you. I'm talking to Gourley.
You owe me an apology.
I do. And I've owed you an apology for many years,
Yes,
and
you
you're
have.
never getting it, for real.